This never happened. As cool as it is, it never happened. In Evangelion 3+1, we're told that Kaji is the one that stopped the near third impact, which simply means that it can't have been Karu, however cool this scene was. And it wouldn't be the first time. Evangelion has a history of its story changing midway through development. So, as sad as it is, this didn't happen. Or did it? I want to examine all of the available evidence to truly figure out what happened in the most important event in the Rebuild saga. My name is Adam. I'm the Angry Mortal, and I want to prove to you that the near third impact happened twice. Let's start with the initial version of events, and why they cannot have happened in the way they are presented. The original third impact begins when Shinji's desire to save Rei awakens Unit 1. In this state, it absorbs a part of the angel Zerial. Unit 1 is created from Lilith, is what we're told in the original Neon Genesis Evangelion, and so that would be a fusion of the offspring, Lilith and Adam, and impact. And even if that isn't the case, Unit 1 has reached an empowered state so strong that it cracks the earth and turns the sky red. We're told in Evangelion 3 that the decimation of the area surrounding Nerve HQ is Shinji's fault. And what we saw at the end of 2 definitely supports that. However, we are also shown that Unit 6, piloted by Kaoru, is used to impale Unit 1 and stop the impact. Seems pretty straightforward, except additional details in later films have led it to be anything but. There are a lot of smaller details in Evangelion 3 and Evangelion 3+1 that seem to disagree with what we were shown in this movie. For example, the mouth-like crack in the ground isn't part of the original event. Then there's the short animation, Evangelion 3 minus 46 hours, which shows the near third impact racing across the ground, which is also not shown at the end of movie 2. The most damning evidence, of course, though, is the statement, the explicit statement, that the person responsible for ending the near third impact was Ryoshi Kaji. It was actually this discrepancy that led me to write off the entirety of the last part of Evangelion 2, the preview and the post-credits scene, as just not happening. But this is Evangelion. Things are rarely clean-cut, and the new facts have inconsistencies too. So, now we know that Kaji is the one who ended the near third impact. Clean-cut conclusion to this mystery. Except, when Kaji is leaving Misato behind, he hands her his blue ribbon, the sign of the Vile Uprising. Obviously, not an event that happened immediately after the near third impact began, but the red sky behind them is proof that it's still going on. But then more complications arise due to that fact. Starting off, Kitakami states in minus 46 hours that all adults were transformed in the immediate events of the near third impact, but our main cast were point blank to it and are fine. And the more pressing one is the existence of another character, Ryoshi Kaji Jr. Ryoshi Kaji Jr. is stated to be approaching 14, so 13, and obviously he was therefore born during the events of the near third impact. But when? And when was he conceived? Some months before Kaji's final sacrifice, that's for sure. Misato's pregnancy is the reason she didn't take his place and try and stop it herself. But the two of them didn't get together in movie 2, and weren't really in a position to either, having only shared a single scene together. So that means that the near third impact would have been continuing for months at a time. And despite their characters in the past, I cannot see Kaji and Misato hooking up during the events of either the Vile Uprising or the near third impact. And how would Kaji have stopped and awoken Unit 1 anyway? Despite the fact that Kaji is the one that's supposed to stop the impact, I can't see that being the case. Except under one very specific circumstance. The near third impact happened twice. Now, I make this hypothesis for several reasons. Chiefly because I don't believe that either version of the near third impact survives on its own, as I proved. There is one large piece of evidence, though, that does support that it happened twice. And it's Unit 6. Stated in the preview at the end of Evangelion 2 that Unit 6 is made autonomous and sent down to Terminal Dogma, and this is confirmed in movie 3. We're also shown that Unit 6 beheaded Lilith and fused with her. And that is a key point. You see, there's more to Unit 6 than meets the eye. It's stated in Movies 2 that it's built using unusual construction, and in Movie 3 there is one line that clearly states, "The 12th angel is showing signs of life!" Unit 6 is an angel. And that means that what happened when Unit 6 went down to Terminal Dogma on its own was a fusion between an angel and Lilith. An impact. And that, therefore, means that there were two near-third impacts. The one started by Shinji, which Kaoru stops, and then one started later by Unit 6. So I believe that the full timeline takes place as such. Unit 1 awakens and begins the near-third impact. However, Seele respond to that by sending Unit 6 and Kaoru to cancel it because it's been started ahead of their schedule in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Kaji continues his spying work, and he discovers about Wunda and the sister ships as well as Gendo's plans. Kaji and Misato grow closer in this time, which also allows him to pass on the information that he finds just like he does in Neon Genesis Evangelion. And it's around this time that Kaji Jr. is probably conceived. Once the pieces are in place, the Rebellion begins. Misato and the others escape on Wunda, but around about this time, I'm not sure if it'll be just a little bit before or a little after, Seele sends Unit 6 into Terminal Dogma on its own and has it fuse with Lilith, creating the second part of the near-third impact. This probably involves the destruction of the containment pillars seen in the preview at the end of 2, which allows the coreization of the planet to slowly begin to spread. Kaji takes a flight ship and stops the near-third impact a second time by getting Unit 6 to impale itself with the spears of Longinus and the transformed spear of Cassius. However, the cost of that is his life. But how come these are both classes the near-third impact? And the reason is that both impacts had the same purpose, the purification of the land. That's my theory. That is the way I believe the facts present themselves to me from these three movies. But what do you think? Am I onto something? Or am I just stark raving mad? Leave your responses in the comments below, and as one Evangelion fan to another, thank you so much for watching.